What's going on, guys? Jaye the Black here. I did a live stream reaction to the Tory Lanez verdict, right? And I thought it was absolutely horrendous. I do not feel like justice was served at all. I think an agenda was served. And I do believe that that verdict is going to be overturned, whether some of you like it or not. And I saw the reactions, especially from a lot of women, a lot of melanated women. There was a lot of closeted feminists, black male haters that revealed themselves. I'm glad they did. You know, you had a lot of fake chameleons, a lot of women pretending like they understood men. They hide behind having husbands and sons and or boyfriends or whatnot. But really, they love this whole agenda being pushed, this whole gender war. But I want y'all to understand something. This is why a lot of men are traveling overseas. This is why a lot of men have been speaking out. You know, I've been making content since 2014. Making content since 2014. And I've been warning y'all that this day was going to come. There were people who thought I was a woman hater. They thought that that I didn't like women, that I was, being a fearmonger. That I just didn't know what I was talking about. But now you're starting to see this. That a man who, yes, Tory Lanez is not absolved of any accountability. He should be accountable for sleeping with two friends at the same time. But this was not the right verdict. I really don't think this was the right verdict. And if you look at the statements from the DA and others, this was politically motivated. And it's going to get overturned whether some of you like it or not. There's no way this is going to hold up. Now, will Tory have to spend some time in jail? Yeah. But it will get to the appeals court and it's going to be overturned. Because once things cool down and the dust settles a tiny bit, people are going to reflect and say, you know what, this just isn't right. This isn't right. And there's going to be people who are going to regret their reactions to this because they're celebrating the incarceration of a black man. But these will be the same people who champion black men being released from prison, who were wrongfully convicted. That's the irony of this. How can you support black men being wrongfully convicted and wanting them out, and you champion that, but then say Tory Lanez should be locked up, separated from his son, from his family? And speaking of family, we're going to get into what his father had to say, and we're going to react to it together. So make sure y'all like this video and share it.
I'm calling on all the umbrellas. I'm calling on everybody in this country to begin to rise up because your sons have been done dirty. It's not over. God does not lose. Never. And even
by the way, he does look like Tory, don't he? He looked like the splitting image of Tory, man.
Even though we've come to this juncture, trust me, you will see that our God does not fail.
This is not the
I know that this is wickedness. This district attorney, Miss Kathy Todd, is the same one that witnessed or knew that 5 sheriff's deputies in LA County beat up a Spanish man with the last name Carrillo until the guy was beaten to and passed out. ABC News interviewed that man after Eyewitness News, and he said, I thought I would never be here to see my child born, and I would never been able to be around to see my other child rise up. But I'm telling you, this court system is not for justice. It's about wins and losses.
Absolutely. That's what it was about the whole time. It was about, we have to get a win. It was only about getting a win. It wasn't about the truth. It wasn't about justice. It was about getting a win. That's all they care about. That's why I say it's going to be overturned, whether some of you like it or not. And people got to see just how easy it is for a black man to be convicted through faulty, weak evidence, witnesses, and even, testimonies. I mean, look at I will say this about Meg Thee Stallion. Meg Thee Stallion had a very effective testimony. And when you look at the makeup of the jury, they had more women than men. And if I was Tory, I would have never taken a jury trial because those can go really wrong. I would have went for more of a judge trial because judges are going to follow the law. They're going to follow the evidence. But for some reason, Tory Lanez got the advice to take a jury trial. I just really think that he might need to overhaul his legal team because this case, or especially on his side, could have been. There are certain things he probably could have done better. I really do believe that. And maybe, and I said this in my live stream, I think that Tory Lanez truly thought that the truth would win out in the end, and it didn't, because they didn't care about the truth. You're in court in California. California courts, the state of California itself is a cesspool. They have all types of agendas going on. I mean, it's a very weird place. I would never live there, and I see why people are leaving. They don't take care of the homeless to get them off these streets. You know, they're raising the taxes there are crazy. It's very expensive to live there. By the way, who want to pay all that money to stay in a state like California anyway? California had just turned into just, they say, it can be viewed as beautiful, but it's also a place where black men are getting wrongfully jailed, and you have a lot of people, not a lot, I won't say a lot, but you have people who are celebrating, and they think that this is funny. It ain't funny when one of your black male relatives is incarcerated. Let's see how funny it is. This was a sideshow. It was, and the thing is, when it was getting close to the verdict, when they said, because I thought that this would carry over probably to after Christmas, but the fact they came to a decision before Christmas, it looked to me like they just want to go home. And there were probably loud voices in the room that was like, he's guilty. And they're like, okay, whatever, I'm trying to go home for Christmas. I would not doubt that's what happened. You see, they don't care about, this country is becoming more and more corrupt. It's becoming a banana republic.
And they do dirty to do whatever they can. Jay-Z, let me speak to you.
He has kids.
Roc Nation, yes. Because my son refused to sign a Roc Nation deal with you.
Yes.
And Desiree Perez, you wicked witch, you snitch.
Yeah, I mean, look at Jay-Z's team, man. Look at his team. Roc Nation is a record label or management group of failures, right? Who really is successful on Roc Nation? People leave Roc Nation. They don't stay on Roc Nation. Roc Nation don't know how to build stars or really manage them, right? You go to Roc Nation to see your career dissolve. That's why you go to Roc Nation. Now, there were people who were mocking Tory Lanez's father for bringing up Jay-Z, but I think Jay-Z is pivotal in this because Jay-Z put a lot into this. I would not be surprised. You pull strings, you talk to people, you get things going. Jay-Z's very influential, and the fact that people want to minimize that just shows you that, and it's funny how the conspiracy theorists, because you do have conspiracy theorists out here, they'll believe in everything else except for the fact that Roc Nation has certain connections inside the California state legal system. And people want to believe in every other conspiracy. You believe in secret societies, you know what I'm saying? You believe in all this other stuff, but you don't believe in the fact that Roc Nation has resources that they could utilize to push certain narratives in the media, to get Meg Thee Stallion on a Disney show twerking. So for people to downplay this and try to make fun of what Tory Lanez's dad is saying lets you know that these people pick and choose what conspiracies they want to believe in.
Yes.
You turned on your co-conspirators, all the whole mafia, one of you that was peddling drugs in this country, and you rolled on them before so the Fed could give you a deal. All of you, trust me, I have intercessors, prayer warriors around the world, and they will not stop until you are cut off. No, we don't shoot you with guns, but we know exactly how to bring you down in the spirit.
They all have children.
Enough said. It's all done. Let's go.
Open way, guys. Open up.
Try to mess.
Got the little girl there. But listen, man, this whole thing has been a sideshow, and y'all need to check out my live stream. I'm putting it in the description box. I went in, and I want y'all to know that this is only gonna be the only thing that's really gonna that you're really gonna see is more of this gender war BS. You're gonna see people start to take sides. And the thing is this, every gender war ends like it always does, with men on, men always being successfully winning, because men are very, we understand that our happiness means more than anything. And we will always choose our happiness. We will always choose ourselves. We are not about agendas. We're about finding our happiness. We are not about fighting. You see, a lot of you melanated women have become useful idiots. You have. And the fact that you're celebrating a black man being incarcerated just shows that you don't care about black men. And in turn, black men have, moved on, whether it's going overseas, whether it's, dating other races of women. If you are willing to be used as a useful idiot and you celebrate a black man being incarcerated, then you're no different than the white racists that you claim that you don't like and you speak out against in this whole, this system, right? Y'all talk about white supremacy, but you celebrate a black man being incarcerated wrongfully. I just hope none of you have to go through this. None of you have to be outside of a courtroom yelling and screaming because one of your male family members was incarcerated wrongfully. So let me stay in the comment section, let me know your thoughts, like this video and share, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and I'll see y'all next.